what better way to support the undergraduates, graduates, and alumni of the Concordia University Biology Department than to host an event in which they could come together and share the wealth of information they've accumulated through years of experience. We put together this event to showcase the expertise of the Concordia Biology graduates and to encourage the next generation of students to connect with and learn from those who have been in their shoes.
Well, it's kind of nice when someone reads your CV out, you're like, wow, I sound pretty good. Again, you guys are in science, there are often forks in the road, and obviously you're going to take it, There's a journey here and we're on it. Again, I guess that, the Bear Grizzle advice, never give up, I suppose, can be applicable here. But, adapt, change, natural, I'm an evolutionary biologist, I like that idea of changing and adapting. Take a job, see what's happening out there, gain some experience. So it was nice to be moving, to be in motion, and to be active, and to use your mind. If you are a master's or a PhD or a postdoc, you're used to being creative and to thinking and to be stimulating. So again, if you start off in a position that's maybe not ideal, but works okay, you can redefine it as you move, as you mature in that company or in that environment.
So when you talk to your friend, to your family, what are you doing? Why is this important? So I thought that I wanted to do research that had concrete application. That's where I got into metabolic engineering and using microbes to do something to produce drugs, to maybe make biodegradable plastics. You make it so to change the world using microbiology. I started and things went really well, and that's where I actually realized that I was not done with research. It's just that when you work on the same exact thing for 8 years, you end up hating it. And I think that's normal. But when you start with a fresh project, like a new team, new things to learn, all of a sudden it comes back. Marketing issues, how do you sell it? IP, what are the things that you want to protect? Sales, what customer wants, how you want to present products to customers, speak to people at conferences, know what are the skills that they're looking for, try to get invited, try to get as much relationships going with whoever people you want to connect with to get you where you want in your career. So
reinforced one of the things I've learned as a journalist, that you can make any project stretch out as long as you don't have a deadline.
I was quite fortunate in that I realized that getting a good job that I enjoyed, that I wanted, was going to take a lot of hard work, and I realized that early on, so it wasn't unexpected, it wasn't a big blow as it is to some people. A quote that I love: don't confuse enthusiasm with competence. And this actually works in your favor. If you're very enthusiastic, if you can sell yourself saying, I want this job, I want this position, the company will think, wow, this person's enthusiastic, they must be capable. If you work hard and you're lucky, you might get a job. And I thought, oh, okay, this is different from, you could be the future leaders of our country. And I thought, well, no, hold on there, because no, I don't want to do that. That's a lot of effort. As a technician in the biology department, I am very fortunate in dealing with students on a daily basis, and I see that they are capable of amazing things, and they're continuing to surprise me. Don't tell them that, because they might think that they're doing well.
Big conclusion of my time at Concordia is I met some really great teachers. I got a great education out of it. I found a passion for fish, like I said, but I also got to do some amazing field experiences. I've worked in quite a few places now. Part of the reason for that is sometimes I had to move where the job was. One of the big advantages is you get to work outdoors. I mean, that's a little bit hard to beat.
I had an idea that I wanted to do biology because I was always interested in biology. I used to collect little animals when I was a kid and collect worms and things. I did my undergrad in molecular genetics, which is just learning tools and how to engineer cells, which I was kind of interested in the whole concept of using biology to create things was very interesting to me, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. I now know how to engineer DNA and cells to do whatever I kind of want them to do. Sometimes give up. It's good to fail fast and learn that this is not working. You know what? Just try something else. Give up on this thing. You might think it's a complicated thing. It's actually way easy to start a company. Yeah, we can keep going. It's pretty easy to start a company. I'm not saying it's easy to run a company, but it's easy to start one. What we do is essentially we make drugs. Most of the work we do is moving liquids from a smaller tube to another tube. It's not that complicated technologically. So imagine if you hung over and you have to chew a bark of a tree to get better. I mean, how much bark do I chew? How much chewing do I get? Where do I get the bark from? These are the same questions that people are trying to ask in the marijuana field, right? What we do is we create all the active ingredients of the cannabinoids for marijuana in very high purity and concentrations using engineered yeast. So we can grow this yeast in fermenters, produce these molecules. You can apply them for research. What we want to do is we want to produce these molecules in this isolated, pure form, and then actually do clinical trials and preclinical trials with them so that we can make them into real medicines, not just, hey man, smoke this plant, it's going to make you feel real good. An accelerator program is in a program that is backed by a company that has a lot of money, and what they want to do is give you this money if you have a good enough idea. So we did just that. We came up with a couple ideas, we presented to this company, and we got a large amount of funding. We got about $500,000 to start a company,